Hi, beautiful people. Hi from my dad's. Hi from Cumbria. Happy Monday. I'm in my dad's spare room. So this is going to be pretty short because I'm cooking dinner for me and the teen who's come with me. But I wanted to share a little bit of thoughts and feelings. So my Motivation Monday is the name of the day, and it's an old idea. Again, it comes from my old daily themed posts that I used to do back once upon a time, a long time ago. Not that long ago, really, like 3 years ago, it was like the trend in the circles of networking, indie business support, networking circles for, we need motivation on a Monday because everyone hates Mondays. So first of all, I'm going to talk on that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the quote that I've put. I don't always share a quote on Motivation Monday, but the first Monday in the lunar cycle, because I work with nature and nature rhythms here. I play with nature rhythms here. Monday, the first Monday in the lunar cycle, which today is, I do use a quote to share a little bit of someone else's ideas and motivation and energy, and it's a quote that I've shared several times, and it's something that I speak about a lot, around the fact that we have everything that we need inside of ourselves. So I'm going to talk about that, but first of all, the reason why Motivation Monday is a thing, excuse the seagulls, is because everybody hates Mondays, don't they? Do you hate Mondays? Everybody hates Mondays. So many people I know hate Mondays. And it is just a story that we tell ourselves. It's a story that we tell ourselves based on factory life, the 9-to-5 life. Those stories around, like, having 2 days off of your whatever job it is that you really don't enjoy doing, and then you've got, it starts with school, doesn't it? Let's go back to the nitty-gritty. It starts with school, and you have the Saturday and Sunday or weekend off to live it up, rest, play, do whatever you want to do, and then you're back to the daily grind on Monday. And it creates this energy of hating the day, and yet it's just another day. It's just another day, and it's almost like it's by design to have spent the weekend living it up, partying, or trying to catch up on sleep, or trying to catch up on the housework, or all of that stuff, and like, oh gosh, back to work on Monday. Oftentimes, certainly in the case of my husband, he's worked 9-to-5. I never have. He hated it. He hated Mondays. So when I started working, I hated Mondays. When I went to school, I hated Mondays. But when I left school, I did do college on a Monday, actually. When I went to college, I did night school on a Monday. But yeah, when I left school, I pretty much gave up on doing anything that I didn't want to do on a Monday. Kind of fell into it because what I did do, I didn't do on a Monday. So I did religious proselytizing, but that's a whole other story. I didn't do that on a Monday. Monday was my day off of that. So I didn't even do that, which I didn't actually enjoy. I'm at my dad's. Much. Again, more on that another day. and I did. So yeah, Mondays. I've never really done anything that I hated on a Monday since I went to school. I used to go and sit in a cafe, and even though I go and sit in the cafe to go to a knitting group, and that was what I did for my business. My previous business was handmade business, knitting and crocheting, but I didn't actually do work knitting on that day. I would knit for my family. So I was going in the coffee shop and I was still like doing my own things. I would like knit for my family, or knit something that was, or crochet something that was fun that I wanted to do. And then it was when I was doing, I got asked to do a healing session once on a Monday, and even though it wasn't my day to be with seeing clients, I was like, oh yeah, go on. I'm like, that's, you know, I had nothing else to do. I was like, right, yeah, that's fine. It was a good day for my clients. So, and I suddenly realised I love what I do so much now, because it's not work, is it? It's my soul calling, and it's just my life, and it's everything that I love to do. It didn't have that same ick feeling that previously any sort of work on a Monday would have done. So that's the idea of Motivation Monday. It's actually to shift a lot of this, we talked about it yesterday in Self-Care Sunday. It's shifting our focus on from the dense feeling that we may have around a subject, a day, a situation, an individual, like shifting that dense focus away from that onto something that feels lighter and better. And for me, that's why I've chosen, despite it, yes, okay, it's a thing in like entrepreneurial circles and indie business circles, but you know, I'm carrying that theme on because sometimes I do like to follow a trend. And this one, I think, is it for me. Loving what I do on a Monday just sets my vibe much higher than it would be if I was falling into that trap of, ooh, it's the start of the week, and ooh, like even just, you know, let's just talk on the words a little bit. Week, what's week? What's week remind you of? Being weak, maybe? No, not being very strong. And the weekend, I heard someone say once, the weekend was there so that you feel weakened for the week that you feel weak in. Something like that anyway. Just keep that in mind. You know, weekend, weekend, week. That's why you may notice I try my best not to use those words. I usually refer to the days of the week rather than my days of the week. Okay, you can't help it, can you? It's English language is a messed up language, it really is, and it's there deliberately to cause confusion in the unconscious parts of the mind. But that's a whole other discussion too. See. Anyway, so this idea and this theme of today's Motivation Monday quote is that you have everything that you need inside of yourself. And I've mentioned in my post today that this is something I talk about a lot. I talk about it all the time, that that we have all the answers. When I'm teaching people, when I've got clients in to see me, when I'm sharing and supporting the people, even friends and even people that I talk to in general, like on social media, and I'm sharing in comments on posts. And just this week there's a post on from someone talking about how long do you wait after you've had a baby till you have sex, and I was like, listen to your body, don't come in here and ask us, because everyone's saying, some people going, oh yeah, go for it, and others are going, no, you've got to wait. So the you've got to wait that gets me. Like, Listen to your body. Your body knows. You know. You've got all the answers in here. You don't need to look anywhere else. And that is the key to what I do when I'm supporting people. I'm not doing anything. I really, really am not doing anything. I am not your healer. You are your own healer. I am just here to open the channel, to support you, to share my wisdom and my experience, and to support your channel to open and your energy to flow and your brain to work and your intuition to be kicked in, so that you learn to trust yourself. So that when you come to me and go like, I've got this going on, I go, where do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? I'll use guidance and tools like human design to say like, this is where you want to look to and feel into in your body for the answer. But that's where the answer's going to come from, in you, not me. The answers are in you. And when I started to learn this and have this realization, I was looking at Ho'oponopono. So if you ever looked up Ho'oponopono, it's a Hawaiian prayer mantra. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I always get the second two mixed up, and it's a way of looking at self-forgiveness and self-healing. And I was studying this a little and researching it and reading about it, and suddenly realised that when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I had a little bit of a self-harm issue. And a little bit, I didn't cut myself, but I would really hurt myself. And I would be in like this broken state, usually related to a man, usually related to not feeling good enough because of something I'd failed to do. Again, I'd say most of the time it actually did relate to a man. And I would be feeling bad and literally beating myself up for not being good enough and not being worthy, for failing. But I prayed to God, because that was what I did. And I would, after I'd like had the meltdown and hurt myself, and I'd then be like praying to God for like help. And I would say these words. I would actually say those words. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm sorry, please. And I would start to calm down and feel better. And then I'd start to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And, you know, and I was suddenly realised when I was going through the Ho'oponopono process and reading about it and studying about it, I was like, I had the answers. I was actually doing that prayer intuitively by myself at like 18 years old, believing, then giving my power away, obviously, so this entity out there somewhere. This is why my faith in God was so strong. It was so powerful that I believed that it was him saving me, but it wasn't him saving me, it was me. I had that answer inside of me that brought me into this aligned connection to him. So that is my motivation for you today. It's to begin to trust yourself, begin to know that the answers are inside you. And there's loads of tools you can use for this. You can tap on it, you can do EFT to help you get the words out that you're feeling right now, to then tap in some new subconscious programming. You can journal about it, to write things out, to get things out there. My clients voice note me, like, that's why my one-to-one mentoring is so high in its support, is because the voice note side of one-to-one mentoring is so, I've found it so powerful for myself with my mentors, my coaches, the people who I've used to have support and guidance on different aspects of my life, in processes and programs and courses that I've done, that one-to-one voice note, because you actually, when you talk things out, when you speak things out, you get them out of here and into the ether, and you then begin to find the answers. And spotted it with in the group and one-to-one coaching things that I've done myself, where it'd be like you talking to the phone and you're like, so I've had this problem and and you talk it out and then you're like, oh, so maybe this is what I should do. And that's what my coach mentor I've had now for 5 years. This is the beauty, she says, of it. It's like you will support yourself out of it and support yourself through it. And then that's what I find with my clients when they're voice noting at like 3 a.m. and I'm not picking it up until 9 a.m. They're like, oh yeah, so I've like found the answer because they've spoke it out. But that space there, that holding of that space, and because then I can bring in some energy clearing to it or some support and nurturing to it and that space holding to it, then they have that beautiful magic that comes in with it. So you have the answers inside of you. You don't need to look anywhere else. Nobody else is here to heal you or save you or anything. You have the answers. Developing that self-trust, that is where the trick is. So practice with small things, really small. Just asking yourself what you should eat now, or whether you should have this thing or go this way or that way when you're going to work, and go a different way. Should I go this way or this way? I do it all the time, like, which way should I walk? Can I walk this way or that way? Like, it's 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute walk for me to get to where my therapy room is, but I'll like come out the end of my road and just go, should we go that way or should we go that way? And I'll choose. Start small, really small. Begin to develop that self-trust. And I am here to guide. Like, I'm not here to heal you, but I am here to offer you guidance, and rest, surrender, trust is the best way to do that with me right now. And if you would like to jump onto that, just drop me a email. It will be, because this is on YouTube, but you can message me if you're watching this on Facebook right now, like, and I'll send you the details. But if you want, you can email me at indigosky.holistic@gmail.com, and I will see you again very soon.